Oh my gosh, tell me that that is not super cool. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Here, and welcome to Once Human. Today we're going to talk about what is Once Human and see if it's worth putting your time into. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And without further, let's get into it. So, what is Once Human? Once Human is a open world, survival, crafting, base building, deviation collecting fun fest is what I think it is. Now, if any of that stuff sounds good to you, sit back, enjoy, and let's break it down a little bit further. So once you first enter the game, you're going to be introduced into a plethora of tutorials, backstory, and basically telling you what the heck is going on in the world. Well, what the heck is going on in the world is there is this stuff called Stardust that is coming in the world and is basically causing some corruption. It's causing all these weird things to happen. It's causing all these monsters and animals from other dimensions and things like that to come through. And our job as a special person that can deal with this stuff is to collect these little deviations here, use them to help us, and to collect all the deviations and basically make this world safer. Now, along the path of doing that, obviously things are going to get harder along the way. So you're going to be met with challenges. You're going to be met with the survival part. You're going to be met with crafting. So when we get to survival, we have different types of foods. We have different types of waters. We have medicines, things like that. And they're all going to help you with your health, your overall damage, your overall things like that. Now, when it comes to armor and weapons, that's where your crafting comes into play. So you are going to be crafting all of your weapons. Well, most of your weapons, some weapons you can find in boxes, but most of your weapons you are going to be finding blueprints of. So when you are weapon crafting, you are going to have blueprints here. You can see we got a couple blueprints here. I actually just unlocked a new shotgun blueprint, and you can see what we've got here. So we have old Huntsman blueprint there. We've got a S80, 70, and they're going to have different little abilities. So like this is a 2-round shotgun. This is an 8-round shotgun. So like this is a, double barrel. Fire rate is 180. Damage is 76 times 6. This is 74 times 6. So slightly less damage, but I mean, you have a mag of 8. And then you also have these different things here. Now, there are different colored blueprints. There's different rarities. And if we go into our blueprints tab, you can see it by type. There's, your pistols. So there's right here. There's all different kind of, rarities, different types, things like that. And as different rarities, they're going to have different abilities, different things like that. Very cool, very fun. Now, to collect these, you basically are going to go out and harvest chests. They're going to drop blueprints. They're going to drop all. That's how you're going to collect them. There is I don't believe you can actually purchase any of these. There is a shop. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the shop immediately. Just get it out of the way. There's a shop that's full of cosmetics, and there is a battle pass. But like I said, I believe it's just cosmetics. I don't think you can actually get anything. There's weapon charms. There's skins, things like that. There is a battle pass system as well. There is a normal battle pass, which everybody gets, and then there's the advanced one, which obviously you're going to have to pay for. All kinds of fun stuff. There is these, I don't know, battle pass tokens for stuff. I don't know. I'm not doing it, so I have no idea. But there is that's going to be your weapon system. Now, to craft your weapons, you're actually going to have different abilities. So there's going to be tier 1s, there's going to be tier 2s. Tier 3 requires craft an intermediate gear workbench, so I need a higher thing to craft those. But tier 1 is you're gonna hover over the items that you need for each part. So you're gonna have 4 different parts for this guy. Each part's gonna need that. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need these. And this is where the leveling system essentially comes in to play here. So tier 1, you're gonna be able to get this stuff right off the bat. Tier 2, you're gonna have to get into like the second area in order to get some of that stuff. So this is going to be how you increase your stuff as you go along. You're going to be getting the tier 1s and tier 2s, things like that. Now, I don't know if there's a place to just buy weapons off the bat. I don't know if there's actually even a money system. I know there's an energy system, and you expend energy to do stuff. Right here where it says price 500, that's like a 500 energy. So I'm not sure. Energy link is what it is. It is the basic currency. So you get this for doing all kinds of things, but super easy. That's how you craft your weapons. And your armor is exactly the same. Your armor is going to be the same thing. You're going to find your blueprints out in the wild. Now, when you do find a blueprint, let me go ahead and let me just show you, because you don't get it right away. So like this blueprint right here, I never actually unlocked it. So this means that, hey, I have it all. I'm going to go ahead and hit F to fuse. And now I've unlocked that blueprint. So basically, I could probably go through and check and see, do I have any other ones? If you just hit all, and you see that little golden puzzle piece, that means you have the thing, you can fuse it, and then you can make it. Now, don't get confused when you have there's a fish. There's literally a fish. That's hilarious. Oh, see, this is one of the rare examples where I actually picked up a weapon itself, obtained a weapon, DE50. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. You don't you don't obtain weapons very often. Like I said, you usually obtain blueprints more than anything. When you fuse it, that doesn't mean that you get it. You now have the ability to craft it, if that makes sense. So that's your weapons, your armor. Now for your ammo, you have to craft your ammo. I actually need some, if we go into here, I need some more copper SMG ammo. So copper SMG ammo is going to take resources, it's going to take copper, it's going to take gunpowder. You're going to have to make that stuff. And that's going to be how you make your rounds. Now you can pick up rounds from chests, from things like that, all over the place. But for me, do I have no copper? I have no copper. That's not good. That's not good. I need to go get some copper. So I need to get some copper so I can get some rounds. But that's your ammo and your basic crafting. Now, obviously, the house that I'm standing in. So when you start off, you start off with like a basic little foundation here, and you can go ahead and build. So if I hop into the build mode, right click on mouse, and this is your basic options. Now the stuff that's locked here, you're gonna unlock that through like a research system, which I'm gonna show you here in a minute. But this is like all your building stuff, facilities. This is where all your different workbenches and things like that go as you upgrade and as you get more things unlocked. This is where you build, and the building is pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward, pretty intuitive. What's nice is if you are familiar with, you can move your base and everything comes with you. So say I'm over here because this is tier, like the tier 2 area, the second part of the story. So once I finish this area and I move like up to here to like the third part of the story, I can actually go up here, find a new place for my base, and it will actually it'll move my base from here all the way over here, and it'll keep my house, it'll keep everything exactly like I have it. For the most part, there are some specific items that it like deconstructs and puts back into your inventory, but for the most part, everything will stay nice and stay put. It'll be all here for you. It's actually quite wonderful. So I'm not gonna get too much further into base building. You base build, you unlock stuff. It's fun time. Now let's talk about these deviations. These things are cool. This honestly right here, these deviant powers. These are honestly probably one of my favorite things about the game. So if we look at this guy right here. This is a butterflies emissary. This is the one you're gonna start off with. You're gonna get this one guaranteed. And basically they stay in this little cage, and this little cage like keeps them powered up or whatever. But they have like attacks and things like that. So they will go and attack your target for you. Like the butterfly will go and attack your target for you. Marks the enemy weak spot upon hit and causes it to take 25.2% extra weak spot damage for 5 seconds. So basically, whenever this marks a weak spot or whatever, it will do damage, or it'll just do damage to it by itself. Now, this guy right here, if we look at this one, upon being thrown, it knocks back enemies nearby the target and forms a new fortification, or build fortification autonomously forms a fixed shelter that blocks attacks. Allied players near the shelter recover 4 HP and 2 sanity every second. So basically, it's a little healer blob. Festering gel. He's adorable. And these little things can help you in combat, or they can help you around the base. So like this little guy right here, I don't have any electricity here yet, but once I have electricity and I can charge him up, you actually can see some out here running around. You were able to see some out here running around. Basically, he'll go outside and mine stuff for us. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. He'll come out here and he'll just go to town mining stuff and bringing it back. But I don't actually see one out here now because there was a whole bunch out here and now they're gone. So that is one of my favorite parts of the game. I really like that. I like the idea of collecting these things, having a whole bunch of them. It's just a lot of fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. So let's talk about, okay, we're going to move out of that. We talked about the survival a little bit, food, water, all that fun stuff. You craft food, we're not going to get into it. Crafting, base building, all that fun stuff. Open world survival. Now, let me talk about one of the biggest complaints first, and that is that there's bases everywhere. And the reason I think that's happening right now is because everybody just started. So a lot of the bases are in this area. Once people have been playing a while, they're going to be spread out all through the map. Because you can only have one base in one location. So like I said, I was in an area that was, over here. There's bases literally everywhere. So even here, this is the second area. So a lot of people are starting to move over here. You can see my base is there. There's another base right there. There's another base like literally, there was another base literally right behind me, but it looks like they moved and these guys moved. There was 2 bases right here too. So as people progress and move on, the bases are going to start spreading out. Now, I guess once the server gets old, everybody's going to be towards the end of the old area. But as you explore new areas and things like that, you're also going to unlock new weapons or new ores and things like that. So that's kind of like in addition to the leveling system. Now, like I said, the map is huge, so make sure you use your teleports. There is a teleportation system in the game, which is fantastic. It does use your energy, so I mean, I guess be cautious, but like use the teleports. They're absolutely 100% worth it. And then there is also a motorcycle that you can get. So basically, you'll eventually get a motorcycle, and then you can basically just cruise around on a motorcycle. Super nice. I had no idea that there was going to be vehicles in the game. Now, the motorcycles do use fuel, and they do have durability, which you can repair and refuel in your garage, which is part of your base, which you will unlock by playing the story. It's a fantastic time. Highly recommended. But let's get into combat. Let's get into the combat. Let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the juicy stuff, shall we? Remember that little deviant I was talking about that would mine stuff for you? Well, there's one right here. Look at him go. Isn't he so cute? Oh my gosh, he's adorable. So as for combat, each area has different levels, different level enemies. So right now we're gonna actually head to a lower level area, and the reason for it is because I'm hoping that there's a big guy spawn, because the big guys are really cool. I think the enemy types are very cool. They're very interesting. They're very unique. They're very unique and very different. The combat's a little generic. I will say that. But we're gonna head over here, and as you can see, you can hover over an area and see like recommended levels. Like that says like recommend level 2, recommend level 4, recommend level 7. But we're actually gonna head over basically into this farm field right here, because there's a big guy that likes to spawn in the middle of it, and it's really fun. I mean, he's a super easy fight, but it's really fun to take down a big guy, because I mean, it's a big guy. Come on, like who doesn't want to take down a giant monster? So normally there's a big guy right here in the middle, and now that might only be at night. But there's a big giant dude right here that stands here in the middle. It always spawns right on that guy's base. So I was hoping we could fight him and see what was going on. Okay, so we can find a big guy. However, we have an area right here. This area is going to be typical of the area that you're going to come into. As you're doing quests, they're going to be bringing you to certain areas, and it's going to say, hey, explore this area, do all these different things, and look for a mystical crate, activate the rift anchor, defeat normal enemies, and find weapon crates. You're going to see that in every town you go to. And we're going to go ahead and just fight some enemies, have a good time here. I don't know what level these guys are. These guys are only level 7. So they're going to be super easy to take out. But like I said, the combat it's interesting with the bosses, but for the most part, it's kind of, it's nothing super crazy for the most part. Now, there are some enemies that have interesting abilities and animations and things like that. So, you know, just be on the lookout for those. But so we're gonna go ahead and activate this rift anchor. Now, activating rift anchors is your like essentially progression between bosses. So you have bosses that are gonna be in rift locations. This was one of them, Monolith of Greed. So we had to activate so many rift anchors in order to get into there. I believe it's gonna be the same thing with the whatever other monolith the next one is. We're gonna have to activate so many anchors, and then you can do that. So that's why you want to go around and activate anchors and explore. But also while you're exploring, that's where you're gonna be finding your parts. You're gonna be finding chests, you're gonna be finding crates, things like that all over the place. And that's where you're actually gonna be finding all of your parts. Now, bad example because I'm not actually seeing any right here. Okay, here, we got a crate right there. Hold on, let me take out these guys. It's always better to take them out before they take you out, because they will sneak up on you and try to get you. Oh, stupid. I hate chests like that. They always get me. The morphic chests. So basically we just collected some stuff, and that's how you're going to collect most of your things for your crafting. It's not actually from the enemy drops. Now the bosses will drop like the good stuff, but like these little guys, for the most part, you're going to get like acid or cloth or something like that out of them, or nothing. You might not just get anything. Are you dead? Are you staying dead? Oh, I love these dudes. These dudes are like one of my favorites. They look super cool, and you can usually use their head. So like handling searchlight, basically we can use our powers, and we can flash people with them, and it uses it as a weapon. So let's see. So like this guy, we can use that as a weapon. How cool is that? I mean, tell me that's not super cool. I love it. Oh, we got a friend. Hello, friend. I love it. I don't know why, but it's so much fun. But there's a couple enemies that you can do that with. So since we can't find a boss again anywhere, I'm gonna go ahead. We're just gonna go fight this rift boss one more time, because this rift boss was actually pretty cool. It's pretty neat. And I think we should be able to. There's different levels. So there's level 10, there's level 50, and then there's level 60. Now I'm gonna do level 10, and it says recommended 2 players. We're gonna run it solo. We're gonna probably just get some random stuff. But I want to show you one of the bosses because I think they're really neat. Oh, this one is a nasty one.
Shouldn't have tried to take what was yours. Forgive us. Forgive us. You are truly a great one.
Mercy, please.
Oh, it's nasty looking.
Without their submission. We are still Legion.
All right, here we go. Now this boss wasn't too hard for me last, or too hard for us, but I did have a second person in here with me. So we're gonna hope that that it doesn't go too bad. Yeah, you go ahead and shoot at me. That's fine. Oh, it dropped its gun, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that, and then we're gonna utilize it. Oh, it's already immune. Holy moly, my butterfly's doing some work to it, apparently. Normally, we utilize this to finish it off. Wow, we're going quick today. Oh, okay, make sure it doesn't hit us. All right, that one's down. Let's go take this guy out. Easy peasy. Ooh, don't want to get hit by that. Even at a higher level, I don't want to do it. We gotta hit it, and it's a jelly sack. You know, my my butterfly must have did work on that thing. There's that. Let's go ahead and steal his minigun for a minute. Maybe. There we go. Perfect. Now let's go and spawn up the nests. See if we can use this minigun on him. There went one. Can we get the other one? Can we get it? Ah, I was hoping we could get it before we get out. All right, that's good. And then my butterfly's almost done on cooldown. Oh, he's gonna start a little shooting rockets at us. Whoop! Holy moly. Okay, that hurts. All right, auto attack. Go get the go get him, butterfly. Oh, my butterfly is doing work. Oh my gosh, look at its health. Woo. Did my butterfly got it. You were taken down by a butterfly. All right, let's recall you. Good job, butterfly. Proud of you. All right, let's see if we can get any goodies. All right, we took him out. We did it. So that was that's a large boss. That is one of the now when you are level 10, it takes a little bit longer to do it, and you probably do want a second person. So we took out a main boss. I want to go and see if I can find one more thing crawling around that I think is super cool. But it's gotta be dark outside. Is it dark outside right now? Oh, it doesn't look like it's dark outside. Yes, our big friend is here. Okay, we're gonna find our big friend over here, and then there's one other friend that we need to look at. I just want to give you more examples of like what this game is about and like what kind of things you can expect here, because this thing is pretty cool. It's pretty neat. It's only level 8, so it's gonna be super easy to take out, but there are very hard ones that you can fight as well. Like this guy is not gonna be an issue. I don't know how to avoid that. I've never been able to avoid that shockwave. I've tried jumping over it. All right, now he's gonna go down, and we're gonna shoot him in the flower head, whatever it is. And he's gone. So that's an easy one. That was easy to take out, but we can go ahead and get what we got: stapler, acid. Of course, we didn't hardly get anything out of that guy. That wasn't yeah, that was about it. But okay, there's one other guy. I'm gonna go see if he's over here. Very cool thing that we want to see. There he is. Oh my god. Look at how cool that thing is. It's the bus. It's the walking bus. I don't think I have enough time to get on it, but we're gonna go try to get on it here in a second. We're gonna wait for it. We're gonna wait for him to get up though. The thing is one of the coolest looking things. I don't know if this is a boss you can fight. Whoop! Hello. But you can get on it, and there's a chest inside of it. It is so very cool. I think it's a very neat. Again, I think the characters and the enemies and stuff like that, I think they're really cool. So we're gonna fall around. It's gonna stop. It's gonna make like a horn sound, right there. Oh my gosh! Tell me that that is not super cool. And then we're gonna hop in here, and we're gonna grab the gear chest. All right, we got some explosives. Let's go. And you can actually ride this thing around. So like we can just hang out in here and ride, and it's so cool. So we're gonna sit in here for a minute and just ride. We're gonna ride the bus. All right, here we go. We're up, and we are riding the bus. Are we going straight? No, we're turning around. All right, here we go. Talk about taking the bus, right? This puts a whole new meaning to it. All right, our bus stop has a. All right, let's hop out of here and let's get out of here. Because I bet you he's gonna spawn a whole bunch of friends in there. Yep, see the puddles all spawning in. But very cool nonetheless. But that is going to end it. I'm going to end it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I covered everything. If I didn't cover everything, again, this isn't supposed to be like a full in-depth of everything. But I just kind of want to show you like a little bit of what is it? What could you expect? And again, it's completely free to play. So download it. Check it out. Let me know what you think down below. And maybe I'll see you out here. Bye, everybody.